guys want to talk about the Giants' offense or defense first? Which way would you rather go?
I want to know about their offense.
You want to know about their offense? All right, then. Their offense. This is a team that is struggling with their protection. Your quarterback's been sacked 8 times already, which bodes pretty well for if you look at the Cowboys and what they're able to do. This team really, really struggles with those explosive plays. Out of 128 plays, they've only had 4 plays that have gained 20 yards or more. That's the lowest in the league.
Oof.
You know, but it's one of those things. This is and it's if you go back, it just shows you a little bit how kind of funny this league is sometimes.
It's a miracle they're 2-0.
Well, the Giants, they won their week 2 game against Carolina, averaging just 3.7 yards per offensive play.
Oh my gosh, that's worse. That's actually worse by 0.1 yard. That is worse than what the Cowboys were on opening night versus the Bucs.
Wow.
And it's worse than what the Bengals were versus the Cowboys on Sunday.
Yeah, so they've gone away from the trying to get Kenny Golladay involved and Kadarius Toney, a little bit more reps with Toney this week against Carolina than what he did against the Titans in week 1.
That's a blessing. I hope they don't give him any more snaps. He's the one guy outside of Barkley that you fear.
Yeah, him, Darius Slayton, I think was doing some pretty decent things for them in the preseason, but now it's their leading receiver is a guy, and I know nothing about this player than I've seen him play for the first time. Richie James is a wide receiver that they got from San Francisco. And now maybe things will change a little bit, when they get Wan'Dale Robinson back and stuff. But Richie James is their leading receiver.
Sounds like a fake name, by the way.
It really does.
It's an anonymous wide receiver crew.
It really, really is. I mean, he's one of those guys that was at San Francisco, he's like a 5th-year guy. He was a 7th-round pick in 2018. And I'm like, who is this? Who is number 80 running routes? I mean, I remember,
Victor Cruz
back in the day. But this Richie James is a guy that they throw the football to.
There's no way Richie James has as good a dancing skills as Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz had the best. But him, Sterling Shepard, they really don't have anything at tight end. Remember how it used to be, with
Evan Ingram.
Yeah. And him, they don't have anything like that. Now, here's the problem for the Giants. They've got a rookie right tackle in Evan Neal. And when you watch Evan Neal play, I think he plays a little top heavy at times, but you can also, I think he improved from his week 1 game against Tennessee to the Carolina game this last week. He didn't look as over the top of his feet. Andrew Thomas is the other tackle, and I think their tackles are fine. Again, here's another one of those teams that doesn't do very well with handling stuff inside. So I'm still going to go after. I'm going to go after the rookie Evan Neal here because I feel like he's the least experienced. Andrew Thomas has been in the league since 2020.
And Thomas has been pretty good. They're both top picks, but Evan Neal, the rookie, can you imagine looking up and there's Micah Parsons? Wasn't the scouting report on Evan Neal really good player, but it was the speed rushers that tore him up?
Slow-footed a little at time. The speed rushers got to him. Absolutely.
I mean, so Micah Parsons have a day.
Slew-footed there. But okay, what you get from this offense though is they're going to try and run the ball. We could talk about with Saquon Barkley. That's going to be really, really big and key. But they're also going to try and run the ball with the quarterback. They're trying to run Buffalo's offense. They're trying to run that, with your quarterback, Josh Allen, that type, because you'll see them fake the ball inside. Quarterback takes off to the hole. Just
design quarterback run.
Exactly.
Well, he's got speed.
He does.
He's just not like athletic. He got turf monstered.
He does get turf monstered.
I think that was the last time we saw him on Monday night.
Yeah,
maybe we get to see him get turf monstered again.
Well, the thing I think that I would worry about is if Dallas doesn't score enough points, and all of a sudden it turns into they're able to run the ball. That's the thing. I mean, they average right around 175 yards a game running the football. So they kind of keep it low scoring, and you never really get them out of running it. They even when they were behind against Tennessee, they kept running it. But if you put enough on them and make Daniel Jones have to play in this game, that's where you're going to get him because they can't protect him.
Yeah, I don't know if we can be greedy and ask for 2 good starts in a row. That was amazing Sunday.
Yeah,
from Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's fair. Now with Daniel Jones though, and you talk about him getting sacked and stuff, like Daniel Jones' third highest sack rate in the sport right now, just behind Burrow and Fields.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. You've got to find a way to put enough points to make them not just.
It's a horrible team. It's just shocking that the Cowboys are underdogs in this game.
Well, it's probably because of the quarterback situation. But
sure.
Okay, let's see what happens with now. We'll focus on their defense here a little bit. Okay. We need to figure out we said yesterday that Leonard Williams is out. He's when you watch him play, I think at defensive tackle, he's the guy that can cause problems in the running game, and he can cause problems pushing the pocket and rushing the passer too.
Yeah.
He's number 99. He's going to be out in this game.
Very active, physical, big guy.
Exactly.
Sprained MCL.
Yeah. Okay, so him being out. Azeez Ojulari has been out with injury, and then Thibodeau. We need to see the situation with Ojulari and Thibodeau, and if they practice or they're going to practice this week or play. I was kind of hearing some whispers, and I'm going to talk to some guys with the Giants here at the end of the week and see their situation with Thibodeau.
The plan was to take some snaps today. So
okay, well let's see how much they really, if they're just trying to work Thibodeau back in, or by Monday he should be ready to go. But him and Ojulari could make a difference with this team. They struggle now when you start to talk about their secondary a little bit. They struggle with this, and this is just a number you need to think about. 24% of the completions against the Giants have gained 20 or more yards.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the highest rate in the league.
Wow.
So
got to be like the highest rate ever.
Yeah, if they don't get rush or pass rush, this is what happens.
Well, and they don't.
When
you look at
and that's what I'm saying. That's the thing that if you're the if somehow that the Cowboys can find a way to block this front. And, again, we talk about balance. It always helps. But to me, it sounds like throwing the ball against the Giants is really the way to go. And Cooper Rush, we feel like he's capable, right? I mean, we've seen him throw the ball, be accurate, hit guys on the routes and stuff like that. But if you're telling me 24% of the completions against the Giants go for 20 or more yards, I think I'm finding a way to kind of max protect this thing and go for it. And try and throw the ball a little bit more with these. And we'll see, like I say, Mike McCarthy this morning was talking about Gallup ramping up even more this week for him being raised. So
can you still run 12 personnel without Schultz?
I think you can run 12 personnel because they did it a little bit last week at the end of that football game.
All right.
So yeah, you can.
I think that's key.
That's their favorite grouping right now.
But the problem with the problem again with the Cowboys, now you're on their end, that's the thing about the Giants. The one thing the Cowboys struggled with was on third down. They're 6 of 25 on these third downs through the first 2 weeks. Opponents have only converted 5 of 23 third downs against the Giants this year, even though they give up huge plays in the past. Their third down defense has been really, really good.
I don't think they've played anybody. They've barely eked by. Their advanced stats are pathetic. This is one of the worst 5 teams in the NFL.
Yeah, agreed. Coming into the season, I thought this was going to be the worst team in the league. I still think there's opportunities for that. They do have a really good coaching staff. I think the future's bright there if they get some stuff figured out with the quarterback and everything. But right now, as it stands today, they're not a good football team. They don't protect their quarterback very well.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, like when you look at and they don't get after the quarterback. You said it, like Wink Martindale likes to blitz, but with these guys, he has to, because that's the only way he can get pressure.
Well, Mike McCarthy said it this morning, though, that there have been less blitzes and he's played more dime, meaning he's played with 6 defensive backs instead of blitzing. He's played a little bit more coverage, and that's probably because they're struggling so bad against the pass.
And it's like versus Baker Mayfield and Tannehill without A.J. Brown. It's not even like you didn't play the Bills.
Yeah, so we'll see how this thing. But there's some spots there you can take advantage of these Giants. Hopefully your quarterback can do that.